Hi, I'm miltonchang of Bonsaiheirloom, and today I'll work on oak tree. And this is a live oak, and I cut off the top somewhat, at least a piece of it, maybe 3-4 months ago to force the bottom branch to grow as the beginning of a process where you take in this case, a volunteer in my garden, it grow up straight and some branching on top, some little bit bottom branching. So I cut off the top, a big piece of the top, and now you can see the bottom is quite a bit of branching. Now, what I would do today is to cut off most of it as a part of my approach to make that into a bonsai in a, let's say, within a 5-year time frame. A nice bonsai in 5 years. So let me begin by cutting off the top to force the bottom to grow even more. So if you look at this tree, you see this is where I cut off last time. You can see one branch coming out of here, one branch growing about the same distance behind it, and then there's also branches up on top. So one possibility is that if I cut off here, I will have a tree, looks like right now it's about 8 inches, but in reality, you're probably gonna go down to find the roots to where they spreads out. In probably, I would say, another 4 inches. So I don't think I want to go much above this branch, not take one of these branches to let it grow out, but just saw the tree right here and let it branch out again. And I will work on it 6 months to a year from now. I will show you the progress in 6 months and then what it will be a year from now to rework. So with that in mind then, I was just starting to cut it off. There will be a little stub left after I did it, but I can carve it to make it taper towards the bottom, and then this side branch will grow bigger to provide a taper. So anyway, one of these will become the apex, and then these will be the side branches, and then I'll dig down to get the base. So it's likely to be this one since this one broke. And you just leave it. And what I'll do is that I'll take a shovel, go maybe 2 shovels every couple months until it goes all around, let's say in a year before I cut it, before I dig it up. I'll leave it in the ground so that this branch will thicken very quickly and to become a tree. Then I can cut it again to make it turn. So that's the process of turning a garden tree or wild tree into a bonsai. This will be a pretty respectable bonsai, about this trunk size and about this tall in 5 years. And I think that would be nice. And then as you gradually improve on it, it will have more branching and more ramification. And that's how you do a volunteer seedling, in this case, a California coastal oak. This is a California coastal oak, live oak, that we did about in June or July, a few months back, not quite a year. And today I'll work on it again. But to show you how it all began, early on I did on my slope, my rough part of the garden, I cut back an oak tree that was quite tall, maybe I would say 8 foot tall, down to 8 inch, but the bottom could be 4 inches. So it's about a 10-inch tree or 12-inch tree to start over again. And in about 4 years, it'll be like this, with a little bit of turn and twist, depending on which branch I choose. And then I'll work on it in earnest to make it into a bonsai. So today, I will take the next step in shaping this tree, which I bought from a friend, dug from his garden. And I bought about a little over a year ago, or maybe 2 years ago. And he had probably had it in the ground or in a pot for a total probably 10, 15 years. So that's how fast these live oak tree grows. In fact, they grow really fast as they get older. So let me tell you a funny story, actually, I mentioned it once. When I moved into this building about 25 years ago, there was an oak tree about this big a trunk and maybe 15 feet tall. And I lamented I would never see a giant mature oak tree on my property. Well, what I did is they're growing so slowly that I wound up putting almost half a bag of slow release lawn fertilizer around it, not too close to the trunk, but far apart, and water a little bit more. And guess what? Lo and behold, it started to take off. I think the idea of California live oak is that when they hit the groundwater, it really starts to take off. Today, the same tree that I lamented I would never see a mature oak tree alive in my lifetime has now two main trunks, and the bottom together is probably this wide. It's really amazing how fast they grow once they hit the groundwater. So the point I want to make about bonsai is if you keep the tree in the ground long enough to get the trunk to a larger diameter before you start working on it, you will have a very nice mature looking tree a lot quicker than start from a ceiling and grow slowly in a nursery or bonsai pot. With that in mind, then let me work on this tree to carry the next second step into a bonsai of my design. And I hope you like it and give me critical comments as we go. Well, let me take it out of the pot anyway, because I think you need to work on both the top and the apex as well as the root. You can see there's a lot of white fibrous roots like this. See, it's growing vigorously. And actually, there's hardly any growth about 6 weeks ago, and it started really starting to take off. If I'm growing this tree without this video, I'll probably just leave it alone. I will not have work on it today, so that the branches get thicker and to feed the tree and also to thicken the trunk. But the trunk is thick enough, so feeding the tree is important. But on the other hand, I got to do this video, so I need a working material. So I'm working on it now. So with that in mind, then let me tilt it up and start to work on the base, because that's the beginning of the design. And so I will remove all the soil from near the top. And as you can see, when I took it out of my friend's growing pot, I cut back quite a bit. So the roots are fairly shallow in the sense I took a reciprocal saw and cut off the big feeder root so that they would branch out. So in time, when it goes into a bonsai pot, there will be plenty of fibrous roots. So this tree is actually ready to go into a pot no thicker than this, and it will thrive. So with that in mind, then, let me put on the rotation table and start working on it. If I comb out the base, you can see the base starting to expand. And you can see that's a bigger trunk. So that's where the soil line should begin. So you have a tree of this bigger base, you see? Like that, huh? And then there's plenty fibrous roots below, because I said I took a reciprocal saw and cut off the bottom feet. You can see that's a reciprocal saw's work, and below it is the fibrous roots start to come out. So with that in mind, then you can see the tree will be here, the base. Show a little bit of this cut, and you can see it's a very nice big base. It's that big, even though the trunk is only this big. You see, it's actually this wide. So after that, I really will not take it out of the pot anymore, but just fill the bottom so this is near the top of the growing pot, and then work from there. With that in mind, then I start working on it. First of all, this is going to be the apex. That is the highest point. And I would not fool with it now, because I want this to thicken. Right now, this is hardly the thickness of this to make it look right. this has to be almost at least half of the thickness of this. So I'll just let that grow because more leaves, more branching, and towards the top, the fastest the growth. Basically cutting it to shape. It'll be fairly bare, and then I let it grow out. I'll probably work on this ideally if I don't decide to do a video to show you or enough requests want to see with the intermediate results. I'll probably let it go and grow in the pot for 1 year at least before I work on it again. Well, this one's almost 10 months since I worked on it last, so it's almost that. But as the leaves comes out, the growth will be faster as the branch gets longer. So these, I don't think I'll be using them in the bottom. So I just cut them off. This one I might, so I just leave a little bit, see what happens, since it's in the back. So for example, these two branches are really too close. One of them should go, but I can't decide right now. Depending the growth rate, I'll keep one or the other, but not now. Just give myself some option. You always leave your option, a little bit option than you need. I cut off the bottom branches because I'll never use them, so that more of the energy will go to the top. You cut off a little bit shorter so that it will cause branching to give you more design opportunity. So you can see I prune it back to as bare as I was a year ago or 10 months ago, and then I will let it grow to give me more design opportunities. So for example, this branch is coming out like this, rather nice, and then it's got a branch going on the side. I probably don't need this branch, but on the other hand, why not leave it a little while to fatten the tree and also give me more design option. I may go, instead of going up, I may decide to go down this way. And then you see these stubs I cut off quite carelessly and without really working on them. Well, you will see they're starting to heal. And then it's really easy to take a chisel and cut off the rest of it to make it a little more natural and better looking. So with that in mind, then that is a tree. So now I am putting in a pot, smaller pot, put it on high. So then I have to take it out of the pots again when I work on it, because I'm not going to work on the roots. The roots will be okay, but I need to work on the top. And so when you put the soil in, at least up until now, I always emphasize a lot of compost material. From now on, I would say that is probably not correct, but rather focus on the clay and then the compost to provide air for the clay. So your starting point is always sandy loam, the loam part. In a sense, the fine particle part of it is a lot more important than the porosity provided by the compost, which is very opposite from the conventional wisdom that we need a lot of compost for the mix. Yes, we do. The compost we need is enough to provide the aeration, but not as the primary medium for growth. And I think that's a video I'll do about soil mix, a new awareness about my soil mix. I think that's an important point. And I hope the scholar in the botany side will use that as a starting point to do some scientific study to verify what I said is wrong or need to be modified. Otherwise, in essence, every technique is really more, every soil mix really in various form of hydroponic. Root is not counting on the contact with soil to absorb water, but with water to absorb water. So with that in mind then, I'm ending with this video. So let me summarize what I've done today. Today I work on basically want to have a kind of a thorough discussion on oak tree and work on a few oak tree. And basically I first cut off a oak tree that's about 10 to 15 years old from the garden. And I cut it fairly brutally, hoping one of the branch will come up to become the apex. And then it's got maybe 10 inches exposed now, maybe 3-4 inches below. So it'd be a 12-inch high, but so maybe one with a 12 to 16-inch high bonsai with a fairly thick trunk to start with. By the time when you expose the roots, it will be probably about the same size as its roots. And so, so that's show you how you begin with a garden volunteer oak tree, live California live oak tree. And this is one that's dug up from my friend dug up in his garden or somebody's garden. And I bought it from him in about a 15-gallon size can. And I've been working on it. I think I chopped it. And well, you know, time will tell what it will end up to be looking like. But you can see it's beginning to shape. I worked on it last time about 10 months ago to nothing, and then it grew up with some degree of fibrous roots because I cut off the tap roots, and so the growth was not tremendous. There's reasonable amount of fibrous roots now. Now I have fibrous roots growing on top of fibrous roots. The tree will grow much faster. So if I work on it a year from now, it will be a respectable tree with a nice ramification. And then I also brought in these two little oak tree, same oak, volunteer from the acorn that dropped from my big tree. And this is probably a year old. This is 2 or 3 year old sapling. And they will grow fairly rapidly. And so, for example, like this guy, it can become a tiny, a small shohin bonsai. I would say in 5 years to be a decent looking oak tree shohin bonsai. So there you are. I talk about 2 to 3 year old seedling to a 10 to 15 year old volunteer sapling to this. I would say this is probably 25 to 30 year old oak tree that's cut. You see, cut off here, to take the little branch and to work on to make it into a bonsai, and that's the process. So with that in mind, then I hope you like this video, and give me some feedback how I can improve the video, and click like. That's my reward and my brownie points. I like that. And subscribe to our channel. We'll notify you of any new video. And please send us your email address so we can notify you when our trees are becoming available for sale. So with that in mind, then, I thank you very much and see you next week.